UltraMap version 6.10 was recently released and introduces an exciting new feature, which is the support for command line interface, which further reduces manual effort by automating processing steps. Bernhard, what are the key benefits of the command line interface and who is it designed for?
So this is a great new feature. It allows to interact with the workflow in a new way, not requiring the graphical user interface for a lot of steps. For some steps like ground control point measurement, you still need to use the interface of UltraMap Studio, but a lot of other steps can be automated with this new tool for scripting. It is a new license feature, so it does require enabling this additional license to take benefit of the new command line interface. The tool allows you to automate a lot of steps in the processing workflow, and repetitive tasks can be done therefore in an easier way. Also, for example, exporting of the data in very different versions like RGB and colored infrared, 8-bit, 16-bit, all that can be automated by creating the script and using the new interface for doing these steps in a repeated way with just minor modifications. Let me show you a small example. Here in this dataset of the Merlin, I have selected a bundle adjustment result in the error triangulation stage. And I would like to do a very simple export operation, which is the exporting of exterior orientation. This can be done in the graphical user interface by selecting the export tool and just running it, or we can also automate. So now I just did create a template for doing this export. This template holds all the information for this export. All the parameters are stored in this single text file, in the small text file that we see here. On the left hand side, I have now Windows PowerShell, and in Windows PowerShell I can call this executable that is required for operating the command line mode. Now just typing help here, that lists me all the very basic commands that are available. So there are commands ranging from submitting jobs to exporting data and also some additional jobs. I'm now creating here a new job for exporting the exterior orientation. And just executing this command without any arguments, we get information on what are the arguments, the parameters for running this small job. I just add here the project path, so path to the project file where I want to export the data. Then I'm adding the workflow node ID. So now with this new tool, every single action within the UltraMap Studio has an ID. In this case here, the bundle adjustment has the ID, the unique identifier number 9. So the tool knows where to export the data from. And then the path to the template, so this is the small file where all the parameters are stored so that the software knows what it should do, how it should handle the export. And then I'm just running this command with all these actions, and then we wait for the result. So the export already finished, and this tool also gives then a message, in this case here, operation completed successfully. So that allows also to read automatically the success of any processing step, so that in case of any errors, some action could be taken. So this was just a very simple example to run one single task, one single export operation. This interface can be used to combine a lot of processing steps and export operations into a script. So in that way it allows them to automate very complex workflows. And for example, export operations can be facilitated by creating let's say one template for RGB images and then using that template and just replacing RGB by colored infrared and RGBI, and therefore exporting a lot of variations of the data with very low additional effort.